There were so many issues in York at the time. I told Mark I could never actually give him 2 days. I would give him 2 hours, but that's about all I could spare at the time.
And thinking about the Global Leadership Summit coming up that summer, knowing firsthand what an impact it's had on me, I'm like, I've got to get him there. So I invited Michael to join me that August.
I grew up in this community. This is a community that has experienced more than its share of crime. So I began walking in the community twice a week, just to meet people and to eliminate that divide within our community. It started with just me, then a few people joined, and before I knew it, we would have dozens of people going on our community walks to not only break down the barriers, but pray for our community as well.
So I was invited by Commissioner Muldrow to go on a prayer walk, and it was at that first prayer walk that I began to really understand Michael's heart for God and for this city. And our relationship began to grow from that point on. It was obvious how God was using him in this community. So I invited him to join me at the summit that summer.
Then Craig came on, and needless to say, I've been hooked ever since. These were top of their craft, top of the industry, known professionals. I was blown away. I knew immediately that I wanted to not only come back, but I wanted to bring other people with me.
And he asked me would I be available the following day, so I cleared my schedule and made sure that I was here.
Commissioner Muldrow comes back on day 2, and he brings with him Diaz Woodard. We connected that day, we talked, and I wanted to hear more from him. Like, are there ways we could partner with him and what he's doing in York City? Diaz shared about how he thinks it might be time to start putting legs to this vision that he had had for some time to create this event for the youth of York City, to give them a different vision, a better vision for their life and how they could overcome some of the obstacles that they grow up in and face.
It wasn't until I came to the Global Leadership Conference that I actually had enough courage to take it out of my phone and actually put it into the environment, and feel like it was something that I actually could pursue.
I quickly realized that this unlikely summit experience connecting with Diaz not only was fueling our leadership, but also making connections to bring a community vision to life. We had actually hosted at our church something called Career Day for 8th graders in the York City School District. And it had been a couple years since COVID since we'd been able to do that. And as he was talking, I'm thinking, that's kind of like what we were doing, except this is an even better idea.
Eventually, it became something that Mark Fitch and the LCBC congregation got behind, and we ended up piloting the IMU tour in York City School District.
I'm an example of what a kid from York can do with just a little opportunity.
And we started off with 2 schools, and then eventually we went through all the K-8 schools throughout the city, and it was an amazing, amazing, amazing event. Very well received by the students as well as the community as a whole, and it's something we've been doing every year since. It's just been amazing.
GLS has been like an annual, I say it's like an alignment for my heart and my mind. And so I look forward to it every year for the leadership content I get, but also the renewal of vision and passion for what God's called me to do.
Last year at the summit, I had a feeling I just couldn't shake. Seeing summit sites in prison made me feel like there's more that I needed to do to engage with those imprisoned in our community. Shortly after, I got a call from a civilian prison leader who had a proposition for me. I want to start a barbershop inside of our prison. And Michael, do you think you could find someone who could be of good influence to come in, cut our inmates' hair, and recreate that barbershop environment? What she didn't know is I was actually a barber before I went into law enforcement. That prompting at the summit started a journey I never expected. Now, the York City Police Commissioner goes to the prison every month to cut hair. But more important, develop meaningful relationships and shine a light in dark places.
I've been attending the summit for years, and as a pastor, I've seen firsthand the benefit it has for strengthening my own leadership, for encouraging my heart to keep doing the work God's called me to do. but I've also seen how it's strengthened other churches in our community. And not just that, but other community leaders. There are things that have come about as a result of the summit and the synergy that happens here that I don't think would have happened without the summit experience together.